With us, it's the state baseball championship as the New Trier Trevians take on the Joliet Catholic Hilltoppers, sometimes called the Hillmen. So glad So the Trevians all set. Here's the first pitch on the way to Joe Van Tassel. In there for a strike. Trevians playing straight away. The big gun for Joliet is Mark Sopko. Sopko's their big pitcher, but he has already pitched 9 innings today and will not be allowed to pitch at all. IHSA rules are 9 innings in a day. And he has done that, so he cannot go to the mound today. Steve Nielsen, who was a draft pick by the Kansas City Royals. Long fly ball, oh my, back it goes, back to the wall, off the top of the wall, it's a home run. Van Tassel, Parks went out of here, and it's 1-0. Joe Van Tassel. Not a good way to start a game. Wow. Wind is blowing out rather stiffly. Here's Sopko. Takes a pitch low, a ball. So leadoff home run. Delivery on the way. Pitch is low, a ball. This Joliet team and their fans known for trash talking. Ground ball picked up by Gelber. He gets up fast, throwing in time. Delotic, and there's one away. Here's Chris Gruber, the designated hitter, batting in the number 3 spot in the Hilltoppers lineup. Joliet Catholic, kind of a surprise coming out. They're calling it Gruber. Okay, Chris Gruber. The pitch is low, a ball. Peter Elmer, highly regarded. He's obviously going to be the ace of the staff next year for these Trevians. There's a strike on the outside corner. As we said, you can't really go by whether it's over the plate or not. When you get into this type of game, they expand that strike zone pretty good. You can get a bat on it, swing at it, but they're not going to give you any breaks on that score. High pop-up, foul, and now Marte won't get to it. They lost it. Marte got turned around a little bit, lost it, and right away he's trying to explain what happened to the New Trier bench. So Gruber bats, 1 out, 1 run already in on the home run by Van Tassel to start off the ball game. Peter Elmer delivers. Swing and a miss. And Gruber goes down on strikes. And here's Johnson. Mike Johnson, the catcher. Joliet, much like Friend, both of them kind of teams that weren't expected to get this far. I think the team that they expected to get out from the Northwest was really Antioch. Antioch was highly regarded. Schomburg, pitch outside of ball. I mean, Friend, who we beat in the semifinals here to get here for the Trevians, had a record of 28-11 going in, so 28-12 is their final record. There's a foul ball up towards the grassways, and the mad chase on. You're allowed to keep the balls here at Ulstrom Stadium in the stands. Swinging a ground ball, slow roller, foul. The big, tall, rangy left-hander for the Trevians. Comes in relatively fresh. He's only pitched 4 innings in the playoffs. There's a pitch high ball. I mean, he hasn't had a start now for about 3 weeks. It's been about 3 weeks. Swinging a little bloper. And nice catch by Curie. And we go to the bottom half of the first. The Trevians is Chris Busby. He's batting .318, been at bat 22 times. 7 singles, been hit by a pitch once during the playoffs. He's been walked 4 times. He's scored 6 runs and 3 sacrifices. Andrew Gelber batting second. He's batting .360, been at bat 25 times. 9 singles, 3 walks, 5 runs scored. And then it's Brian Pritz. Pritz, the number 3 batter in the Trevian lineup. And for Brian Pritz, we'll get his picture here. There he is. Brian Pritz, batting .200, been at bat 25 times, 5 singles, 3 walks, and 3 runs scored. So that's the first 3 in the Trevian batting order. Here's Busby coming to bat. Glad to have you with us here on the network, wherever you may be. Hope you enjoy this game.
Right now it's like 2,500, like another 15 to 10 years.
State championship. And Busby leads it off for the Trevians at the bottom of the first. Takes a strike. Nielsen, a big, tall, lanky right-hander. He pitched yesterday in the, I want to say their victory over Lane Tech, I believe. There's a strike. Pitches in the dirt, low, a ball. 1-2. So Busby. Busby's been getting the job done as a leadoff man. There's a little bloop right down the line. It's going to drop in for a fair ball. Here goes Busby, legging it to second. Here comes the throw, not in time, and a double for Chris Busby. So Busby leads off the bottom of the frame with a double. And here's Andrew Gelber, the shortstop. Gelber has brought up his average coming into Elfstrom Stadium. He was batting not a very good average. I want to say he was batting 166 during the playoffs coming into Elfstrom Stadium. He's now up to batting .360. Been about 25 times, 9 hits, all of them singles. He's been walked 3 times. And the middlemen have been doing their job. Fritz, Loddick, and Sharp have been bringing home the runs. And both Gelber and Busby have been the recipients of that during the course of the playoffs. A pitch in the dirt. There's the ball, high. Right around the letters, but they called it a strike. Now the look back to second. The pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball. Slow roller picked up by the shortstop. The throw in time. But on the play, Busby moves on over to third. So 6-3 on the ground out. And there's one away. Here's Brian Pritz. Pritz has brought up his average. He came into this stadium batting 111 through the playoffs. Just an awful spring for him. But now he's up to batting 200. Been at bat 25 times, 5 hits, all of them singles. 3 walks. The ball gets away, but Busby going to stay where he's at. With a 1 out, he's not going to risk coming home. And Brian Prince had been walked 3 times and scored 3 runs. Matt Loddick gets one more double, and he will tie a record that he set jointly with a number of players last year for 3 doubles in the championship series. Now the pitch on the way. Low ball. Matt Loddick on deck. Outside a ball. So, Pritz takes it outside, ball 4. And Pritz draws the walk. This player, he's batting .555. Been at bat 18 times, 8 singles, 2 doubles, been hit by a pitch once, been walked 3 times, scored 4 runs, sacrificed, and 4 stolen bases. Boy, I'll tell you something, if he's not MVP, I don't know who is, just coming into this game without his doing anything else. And your high school sports career, and a truly phenomenal athlete. Ranked as the best 3-sport athlete in the state of Illinois in 58 years. Swinging a base hit. Gonna go to the wall. Loddick's got himself a double. No problem about that. Loddick with the double. And 2 more runs are going to score. Pritz coming around from first. The double by Loddick, and the Trevians have the lead. Sharp batting .304. Been at bat 23 times, 5 hits, 5 singles, 2 doubles. Been walked twice. 3 runs scored, 1 sacrifice, and 1 stolen base on the year. Not the year, make it to playoffs. Sorry about that, Matt. In the playoffs, Matt Sharp with a stolen base. The Trevians have taken the lead. That's the Trevian faithful down behind the new Trier dugout. And here is Matt Sharp. Delivery on the way. Pitch is low ball. Now they call it a strike. I better wait and get that signal from that ump before I call it based on what I'm seeing, because obviously I'm not seeing the same thing he's seeing. Here's the pitch on the way. That's low ball. There goes Loddick. Stolen base. So Loddick with the steal. He's on third with 1 out. And delivery to Sharp. High and tight a ball. He only legs out a double. Stolen base. Has hit 3 doubles in 2 series now. Bobbled. And they'll have to play it to the first on the pulled-in infield. And Loddick comes home with the 3rd run of the inning. And the Trevians lead 3-1. Time, the designated hitter, batting .142 on the playoffs. 21 at-bats, 2 singles and a double. Very key double in a Trevian's victory. During the playoffs, 3 walks, 3 runs scored, and 1 sacrifice to Sunheim's credit. Saluki bats. Nobody on. 2 out. Pitches high a ball. Now the delivery. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. Beautiful night for baseball. Swinging a fly ball. Right fielder over on his horse. Has it for the out. Just a little shy of the warning track. In the inning, 3 runs on 2 hits. 2 doubles, 1 by Busby, 1 by Loddick. A walk, and nobody left. Trevians lead it 3-1. We'll be back with the 2nd inning. And we're back to the 2nd inning. Start the 2nd inning. First pitch on the way, outside a ball. Lee Sosinski, the first baseman of the Hilltoppers. High fly ball. But Prince waiting for it. Looks a couple of feet short of the warning track. Has it for the out. One up, one down. And there's Williams. Chris Williams, the third baseman. So Williams comes to bat. Peter Elmer on the mound. High pop-up, foul. Up on top of the, or near the batter, the press box, hit the base, I think. Delivery on the way, outside of ball. Coming into the playoffs, into this game, now the Trevians have 42 pitchers, 42 strikeouts, and they have walked 20. Ground ball, little comebacker, knocked down by Elmer. Pick up and they throw wide. Whoa, where'd it go? No. Loddick tried to pull a little fast one, and it didn't work. Here's Mike Marr, the shortstop, batting with a man aboard. Here in the second. Rogers, Geary, and Marte due up. Bottom half of this frame. Ball gets away and bounces off Marte. Pass ball. And the runner moves on over to second. So Williams on at second with one out. Marr the batter. Number 7 batter in the Hilltoppers lineup. There's a strike. Now the look back. The pitch on the way. In there for a strike. Mike Marr. Small crowd tonight. Little over 2,000. Swinging a ground ball. Excuse me. Picked up by Busby. The throw in time. And on the play, Marr goes to third. So with 2 out, here's Jaworski. Jake Jaworski, the right fielder. Made that nice catch on Sunheim on the run to end the bottom of the first inning. Jaworski batting here in the top of the second. Outside of ball. There's a strike. 1-1. A ground ball. So roller. Oh, Gilbert can't get to it. Overran it. Error, and a run comes home, and it is now a 3-2 ball game. And here's Jason Wagner, number 9 batter in the Hilltopper lineup. 2 out, runner on at first. Swinging a foul ball. Right into the Hilltopper fan contingent here at Elstrom Stadium in Geneva. The state baseball championship. Delivery. Swinging a fly ball. Geary on his horse. Won't get to it. Foul ball. So Peter Elmer in pretty good position here in the count. Now the pitch on the way, high and outside a ball. Almost a pitch out, I think. That's outside a ball. The throw to first got away from Lottie. Boy, those student fans at Joliet Catholic are brutal. Swing and a miss, strike three. And that takes care of that. In the inning, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. And Brian Rogers will lead it off. Batting .428 on the playoffs, 21 at-bats, 7 hits for singles, 2 for a double. Been hit by a pitch twice, walked once, scored 5 runs and 1 sacrifice. Another one of the stars of this tremendous run that the Trevians have had, Brian Rogers, the left fielder. Out of pitch. There's a strike. Bottom of the batting order, due up for the Trevians here in the second inning. That's a ball, 1-1 the count. One and one. The count, time called by Rogers. It is muggy. I imagine there's some bugs around as well. On a pitch. Down the line. Foul ball. Right down the third baseline. High and away a ball. And Rogers going deep to the count. High ball. Count goes full. And the delivery by Nielsen. Foul ball. There's one thing that what the Trevians should feel real happy about is getting these pitchers of the Hilltoppers to throw pitches because they have got to be tired. Strike three, caught him on the inside corner. One up, one down. Here's Tommy Geary. Is batting .210 on the playoffs. Been about 19 times, 2 singles, 2 doubles, 5 walks, 4 runs scored, and 1 stolen base. Shown some remarkable power during the playoffs. He's been, particularly here in Elstrom Stadium, he's been popping that ball pretty well when he's been able to get a hold of it. Now to pitch. Low ball. This is one of those years that it's been a pleasure to do the sports. This is our last high school sports event of the year. Yeah, we'll have American Legion baseball, but it's our last high school sports event of the year. Basketball to the quarterfinals, baseball to the championships. 2-1 the count on Geary. Now the pitch on the way by Nielsen. A long fly ball. Back it goes. Back off the wall. Here's Geary on his way to second, and he'll make it with a stand-up double. Tommy Geary. Marte, he's been at bat 12 times, 4 hits, all of them singles, batting .333. He's been walked twice and now scored 3 runs, all 3 in this morning's semifinal game. And he's got 1 stolen base, also from this morning's semifinal game. So a double. The Trevians' first 3 hits have all been for extra bases here. Here's Marte. A pitch. Swinging a ground ball. High bounder. Picked up by the second baseman on the short hop. And on the play, Geary goes on down to third. And here's Chris Busby. He legged out a double in the bottom of the first and scored a run. His 7th of the playoffs. On a pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Slow roller. Picked up. They throw in time and the inning over. Almost a swinging bunt there. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Joe Van Tassel parked one out of here, first time up, leadoff man in the ball game. He takes a strike here in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now the delivery on the way outside, and on the outside corner fouled off. Van Tassel got a little piece of it. Again on the outside corner, the pitch on the way, high and outside a ball.
Yeah, right.
On the delivery. Strike 3. Caught him looking. That's the 44th strikeout for New Trier pitchers. Down the stretch run here of the playoffs. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. This is Sopko, highly regarded. Mark Sopko, known to run his mouth a little bit. They always complain about some of the trash talking that goes on occasionally with the Trevians. Matt Loddick's been known occasionally to do a little bit of that. But I think right now his intensity is so focused on the game itself. He's intense to get the outs. There's a strike, strike 3. And again, caught looking. Sopko, curveball. Here's Gruber. Matt particularly did a lot of trash talking in basketball. Have a tendency to fire himself up by starting things with the other team. You don't get him mad at you. High fly ball. Pritz on the run. 3 up and 3 down in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Delbert, Fritz, and Loddick due up. Nice crowd, Trevian's faithful here today. Andrew Gilbert grounded out, short to first, his first time up. Swinging a ground ball, a little comeback here. Nielsen has it over to first. One up, one down, and here's Brian Pritz. Pritz takes a strike. Pritz walked and scored. There's a line shot. Back it goes. Look out. Off the wall. Back to the corner. Here's Pritz on his way to third. Here comes the throw. He makes it easily. A triple for Brian Pritz. So Loddick chance to add to the lead. These games are always the type of games that almost anything can happen. Strike one to Loddick. You can be up by 7-8 runs and it's not enough. Pitch outside a ball. You wouldn't be good if you didn't get here. To get here, in order to get here, you got to play well. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Loddick doubled his last time up. Ooh, just missed. Nielsen wanted it. Didn't get it. Time call. Loddick wants to, Coach Napoleon wants to have a brief word with Loddick.
He got a double the first time with it.
Matty trying to continue his hot hit. Good job of getting it into the outfield. Fly ball, sac fly, gonna work. Here comes Pritz home. And he'll make it easily. Sacrifice fly by Loddick. Strong arming it into the outfield. High a ball. Swing and a ground ball. One hopper to the second baseman in time, and the inning over. But the Trevians pick up another run. One run on one hit. No errors and nobody left. We played through three. Trevians lead it 4-2. Off we go to the fourth inning, which is high a ball. 4, 5, and 6, the middle of the batting order due up for the Hilltoppers. Pitch and foul ball back. Strike. The delivery, swinging a ground ball. Through for the base hit single. And the leadoff man on for the Hilltoppers. Here in the fourth. And here's Sasinski, Lee Sasinski, the first baseman. So Lee Sasinski, he flew out Pritz his last time up, batting here in the fourth inning. The Trevians making a great opportunity of the hits they have gotten. Their first 4 hits have all been for extra bases. And they've got them all, gotten 3 of the 4 home. There's a little bunt, beauty. Picked up by Elmer. He'll throw to first on the sacrifice fly. On the sacrifice, rather. It's not a fly ball. On the bunt. And Johnson moves on over to second. So runner on second with 1 down, and here's Williams. Chris Williams, the third baseman. He singled and scored in the second. High fly ball. Prince drifting back, has it for the out. The runner tags and does go to third. And here's Marr. And he sends a line shot, base hit. That'll score a run. Oh, gets by Prince. Here's the runner on his way to second. And he'll make it with a single and an error, I believe. I think that's how they score that. And it is a 4-3 ball game. Here's Jaworski. Soft liner right at Gilbert. He has it for the out. And the inning quickly over. But the Hilltoppers score another run and make it 4-3. Sunheim, the lead off the bottom half of the inning, takes a pitch inside for a ball. Sunheim flew out to the right fielder. His first time up. Yeah, that's back in the first, batting here in the fourth. There's a strike on the inside corner. 1-1 the count. Now the delivery. High ball. Now the pitch on the way. Swinging a line shot down the line. Gonna go for extra bases, I think. Down to the corner. Sunheim on his way to second with a double. So Luke Sunheim leads off the fourth inning with a double. That's his second double of the playoffs. And here's Brian Rogers. Rogers has been on a hitting tear. 7 singles and 2 doubles. And there's 9 hits. There's a sacrifice. And it works. And on the play, Sunheim moves on over to third. With 1 out, here's Tommy Geary. Geary sent a blast to the wall. His first time up back in the second inning. That's his third double of the playoffs. A high pop-up foul, and no. Good effort by Johnson. He got skinned up a little bit, I think, on that one. A nice effort by Mike Johnson, the catcher. Couldn't get there. Tommy Geary bats. Now the pitch on the way outside a ball.
Hey, he did. He was about 4 or 5 feet off the base. He made a dive and catch. He just barely got to it.
And outside again for a ball. Bottom of the fourth. State championship on the line. Delivery on the way. Swinging a fly ball. Gonna drop in. Yep. Base hit. Single for Geary. He's 2 for 2 on the day, and Sunheim trots home. And it is a 5-3 ball game. Geary gets it home. See some of our old familiar friends. Some of the graduating seniors in that crowd too, I see. Well, it's going to be tough watching this group of seniors graduate. There's such a great group this year. Really an outstanding group and a very talented sports group. Soccer team came home with some medals. In fact, they tied a record that New Trier set back in 1982. This past fall, 5 teams finished in the medal round. There's a strike to Marte. And that tied a record for the most sports in a season for the medal round. There's a little blooping base hit by Marte. Oh, it gets by. And Geary will trot on over to third. They are giving an error on that play to allow Geary to get the third. And Marte trotted on over to second. So here's Busby. 1 out. 2 aboard. The pitch on the way to Busby. Outside a ball. This has been a very interesting year. Foul ball. Nope. Nice effort. Dribbled out of the glove, though. So Chris Busby stays alive. Trevians leading the ball game. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Busby steps out. Outfield playing pretty much straight away. Infield pulled in, looking for the play at the plate. 1 out, 2 wide. Swinging a ground ball. Taken by the third baseman. Flips to first, and another run comes home. 2 out. 2 runs in here. Here's Andrew Gelbert. Pitch on the way. There's a bunt. Foul. Strike 1. Andrew Gelbert, 0 for 2 in this game. Went 4 for 4 in the semifinal. Swing and a base. Strike 2. Now the pitch on the way. High and tight a ball. 1 and 2 to Andrew Gelbert. One and 2 to Gelbert. 2 sacrifices. Slow roller. Picked up the throw in time. And the 6-3 put out in the inning over. In the inning, 2 runs on 3 hits. An error, and 1 man left. It's Jason Wagner to lead it off. Swing and a miss, strike. We're in the 5th inning. Very interesting comment. Coach Napoleon was asked, would this game be sweeter if they were playing Providence? And the comment that Coach Napoleon made was, you got to be good enough to get here. And they just weren't good enough to get here. There's a fly ball falling in for the base hit. And a leadoff single by Jason Williams starts the 5th. And here's Van Tassel. Joe Van Tassel. He popped one out of here to lead off the ball game. And then a strikeout caught looking into third. Takes a strike. Fifth inning. Delivery on the way. Low ball. 1-1. Runner on at first. 1-1 the count. The pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball. Gelber over to first, not in time. Fielder's choice. Gelber to Busby on the fielder's choice, 6-4. And with one out, runner at first, and here's Sopko. Mark Sopko, the center fielder. There's a strike, there's a throw down, not in time. And a stolen base for Van Tassel. So runner on at second. Sopko, the batter, has grounded out and struck out. Caught looking in the third. Outside a ball. 1-1. Fritz, Loddick, and Sharp due up for the Trevians in the bottom half of the third. Delivery on the way. Low a ball. And the Trevians going to look like they're about ready to get somebody up and warm it up. We'll watch and see. Here's the delivery. Swinging a line shot, base hit to left. Here's the runner trying to come home. Here's the throw, not in time. And the single by Sopko drives home a run. Well, because we had to change the tape, we missed a single by Gruber. And there's two aboard. Still only one out. And here's Johnson. He singled and scored in the fourth, batting here in the fifth. 2 on, 1 out. Mike Johnson, the catcher. One run already in. Pitch is low, a ball. And Eric Wilson has started warming up down the left field line. Now the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike. Three hits in the inning. Now the look back by Peter Elmer. And low a ball. I think he kind of goofed himself up by taking a second look back. Took the rhythm away with that second little twist of the head back towards Sopko at second. Now the delivery. Low a ball. And there you see Eric Wilson trying to loosen up down the line. The junior, Peter Elmer, delivers. Swing and a fly ball. Geary waits, has it for the out. And you don't want to do much more than take your chances. Tag up, and the runner goes to third. So runners on at the corners with 2 out. Tommy Geary's got a pretty strong arm out there in right field. With 2 out, here's Sosinski, the first baseman. So here's Lee Sosinski. He sacrificed a runner along back in the first and flew out. That was in the fourth inning that he sacrificed and flew out in the second. Takes a strike one. Runners on at the corners. Trevians lead 6-4. better than halfway home with the state championship. Ooh, just a little outside. The count evens up. New Trier Trevians have already accomplished some things that no other New Trier baseball team has done. The upperclassmen, the juniors last year and the seniors this year, have been here 2 years in a row in this very game, battling for the state championship. It's the first year that in a sport at New Trier where the basketball and baseball teams have both advanced as far as the quarterfinals. First time that's ever happened. And that was just a stolen base. Wise move on the part of Elmer not to throw that ball. He went looking for the man on third. Here's a ground ball. Foul. Strike. Runners on, second and third. 2 out. Low ball. Deuces on the count, I believe. Lee Sasinski trying to get the Hilltoppers back in the game. Elmer trying to get out the side without any more damage done. Low ball. And the count goes full. Full count on Lee Sasinski. Now Peter Elmer gets the sign from Marte. Ground ball to Hopper. Buzzbait Alodic and the inning over. In the inning, 1 run on 3 hits. No errors, 2 left. There's the faithful from New Trier. The True Blue Trevian crew out for the state championship today. Those that have remained in town didn't go off for their spring break, their summer break. Made the trip. First pitch on the way to Pritz is a ball. Here's Brian Pritz. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a triple and 2 runs scored. There's a strike. There's a strike. 1 and 2. To Brian Pritz, center fielder for the Trevians. Trevians have done their work this year, speed, defense, and singles. Timely hitting. Playing for the single run. Foul ball back. 1 and 2. There's a little bloper. And the second baseman has it for the out. One up, one down. Here's Matt Loddick. Officially 1 for 1 at the plate. Doubled, stole third, and came home. Scored a run. One sharp hit a ground ball to first. And that was back in the first. He sacrificed fly in the fourth that brought home Pritz, who had tripled right before him. So Loddick 1 for 1 and is batting well over 500 here in the playoffs again. Boy, he comes up in the playoffs. Summer weather, spring weather, warm weather player. I think also he gets his timing late this year. Didn't have it at the beginning of the year because of the late basketball, because he, of course, was the star of the basketball team. There's a ball that gets away. Ball 4, and Loddick runs on down to first. I think he was thinking of maybe going on but not in time. So a walk to Loddick, and he stays at 1 for 1. Here's Matt Sharp. Pitch on the way, a ball. Loddick threatened to go, didn't do so. Pitch was high. Sharp 0 for 2 on the day. But a timely ground out to get the job done. There's a pitch low, a ball. There goes Loddick to second. And he'll make it. Safe. Loddick. Everything for that gold medal. He wants one for his 3 sports, major sports. There's a strike to Matt Sharp. So Loddick with his second stolen base of the game. Oops, I take that back now. That makes 6 for him. Ties him with Harper. There's a throw down there. Boy, did that ball get away. And Loddick thought to go. Now it gets away from the center fielder. And Loddick sprints on over to third. Now the Trevians have a runner at third. And Sharp continues to bat here. Swinging a ground ball, foul. Pretty close to hitting Matt Loddick. Loddick jumped out of the way. Now the pitch. Swing and a fly ball. That's going to do the job. Out to center. Set fly works. And Loddick trots home with another run. Great base running by Loddick. And a good job by Matt Sharp getting it out to the outfield. And the Trevians lead 7-4. Here's Luke Sunheim. Swing and a base, strike 1. Sunheim flew out to end the first inning. Doubled in the 4th. Batting here in the 5th. High and away, a ball. High and tight, rather, a ball. Now the pitch, make it a miss. Strike 2. 1-2. There's a little blooper. Diving, no. Nobody gets that one. And Sunheim 2 for 3. And here's Brian Rogers. Brian Rogers sacrificed in the 4th. Struck out in the 2nd. The only strikeout victim for Steve Nielsen. Now the pitch. Strike.
I didn't see him.
Swinging a ground ball. Second baseman has it. Flips over. Threw it away. And here comes another runner around. Sunheim gonna score on the error. Rogers goes all the way to third. Wow. They home with comes to bat. Sunheim home with another run. And Matt Loddick, after all the trash talk that's been going on out on that field, gives a little back. And Tommy Gary. He had a ball get loose. There's a strike.
Oh, yeah. Just take it down there and then do nothing for
Tommy Geary. 2 for 2 on the day. Ground ball on. Nice job. Nielsen picks it out of the air. Over to first in the inning over. But in the inning, the Trevians scored 2 more. 2 runs on 1 hit. 1 error, a walk, and 1 man left. They go to the 6th inning. 6th inning. Fielders for the Trevians, Loddick, Busby, Yelber, and Sharp. They're just sensational. Just absolutely, they've just played a beautiful tournament. It's, boy, their last game in high school, in any high school sport. Oh, what a way to go. Trevians lead. There's a strike. Down low a ball. Now the pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball. Busby has it. Up throwing in time, 1 up, 1 down. Trevians with a 5-run lead. 4-run lead. There's a strike. Tamar. Shortstop, bruised up a little bit by Matt Loddick. Top in the bottom of the 5th. Outside of ball. Hilltopper fans trying to get something started. The pitch on the way. Outside of ball. And Peter Elmer again having a little trouble perhaps finding the plate. Don't put runners on board late in the ball game. They can come back to hurt you. Trevians with a 4-run lead.
I know that.
There's a strike. That's low a ball. Well, the Trevian starters are trying to go 32. Ground ball picked up by Elmer, and there's 2 down. And here's Jaworski. Oh, pinch batter. Reggie Phillips batting. Here in the 6th, Reggie Phillips.
Where are you going to go for? Go play football? Baseball.
There's a ball that really sails away from Elmer. Back to the screen. Now the delivery. Low ball. Now the pitch on the way. In there for a strike. Outside of ball. So the Trevians close to winning possibly the state championship here. Yeah, high and tight of ball. And Phillips draws a walk as the pitch batter. Re-entering the game is Jaworski. So Phillips got his job done. And here's Wagner. Jason Wagner. So Wagner bats. 2 out. Pitch is high, a ball. Outside, ball 2. That's the first walk, by the way, issued by Elmer, and Marte out to have a word. He's kind of talking to Peter Elmer. And now Coach Piggott out to have a word, and quickly Eric Wilson again gets up and heads down the line. Jason Wagner batting. He's 1 for 2, a single. Out on a fielder's choice. Outside a ball. And a strikeout victim early in the ball game. That's only the 21st walk of the playoffs given up by the Trevians. Low a ball. Now 22 walks. Here's Van Tassel. And there goes Wilson again. He had already started going before Dan Porter. And the spotter is Owen Schnapper down that line. Now the delivery outside of ball. Ball 1. Eric Wilson quickly down to warm up. There's a strike. Stick around for the award ceremony. Immediately following the game. Delivery on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike. 2 out. 2 aboard. Trevians fans on their feet. Line shot. Back, and no. Rogers misjudged it. Back to the wall. 1 run in. 2 runs are in. And the runner's safe. At third. A triple against the wall. By Van Tassel. And there's Sopko. There's a ball. Time called, and that's going to be it for Peter Elmer. Elmer pitches 5 2/3 innings. And coming on is Eric Wilson. He pitched that slaughter rule game in the first game of the playoff of the semifinals this morning, so he's basically rested. Eric Wilson coming on in relief, and while we have this opportunity, we'll take a brief break and be right back. So here's Mark Sopko. Batting with a runner on at third. Trevians lead cut to 2 runs. Inside a ball. Number 2 batter in the lineup for the Hilltoppers. The pitch on the way, outside a ball, 2-0. Well, it shows you both heart, a lot of luck. Trevian's going to be knocked out. There's a throw over to third. And Sharp had to jump a little bit to get that one. You know, Trevian's could have been knocked out in that very first game. Notre Dame, it took them to the bottom of the 7th to win that one. Took them to the 9th inning to win against Loyola.
9-1.
There's a strike. So, Wilson, chance for a save. Elmer with a chance for his 9th victory of the year. Fly ball. Right to Prince, standing right in spot, and he has it for the out. In the inning, 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 walks, and 1 man left. So the Trevians hold on to an 8-6 lead here as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. And as we said, any sort of lead in this place is always a little bit treacherous. Marte, Busby, and Gelbert due up for the Trevians. The sophomore Steve Marte, boy, talk about coming up big time. Here's a sophomore catching for the potential state champions. His older brothers both made it down to the stadium. They didn't win anything. First time out, he may be on his way to getting a gold medal. There's a pitch low, a ball. 1-2 the count to Marte. Peter and Dave are both here watching their younger brother. Pitch is low, a ball. And of course, we've got other younger brothers who are still coming up. Gavin Sharp, Kevin Rogers, strike 3. Caught Marte looking. He a little frustrated at that one. I think he thought it was inside and low. That's the 2nd strikeout. Trevians have left 49 batters. 40 men left on base. Trevian's been struck out 32 times. 29 walks over the playoffs. Chris Busby. Chris has doubled and scored and led off the ball game, hustling out a double for the Trevian side. High and tight a ball. Matt Loddick has a chance, if they can get around to him, of breaking a record. All he needs to do is have one more double. Matt officially 1 for 1 on the day. Ground ball. Pick up, the throw. 2 up, 2 down. And here's Andrew Gelbert. Gelbert 0 for 3 in the championship game. He came in batting .360 into this game during the playoffs. And now the pitch on the way. Strike 1. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Hilltoppers in the 7th. That's low a ball. 1-1. To Andrew Gelbert. Senior shortstop for the Trevians in the dirt, low a ball. A lot of these players will be out in the American Legion. A lot of the Trevians. Swing and a miss, strike two. So you might want to come out and see these players before they go off to college. Congratulate them on getting here 2 years in a row. Fly ball, right field. And that takes care of that. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Hold them to go home time. We'll be back with the 7th inning right after these messages. Leading it off is Chris Gruber. Can you feel it? Can you feel the opportunity here? The chance here. Pitch on the way. Outside a ball. Now the delivery on the way. Ball. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 3, 4, and 5 hitter for the Hilltoppers. Here in the 7th. There's a strike, 3-1. Gruber, 1 for 3 on the day. A single and a stolen base in the 5th. He was left stranded. High a ball. 3-1. Stay with us. Strike 2, and the count goes full, 3-2 to Chris Gruber, the designated hitter for the Hilltoppers. Everybody on their feet. Now the pitch on the way, swinging a fly ball. Brian Rogers over, has it for the out, 1 down. 2 more, and the Trevians have themselves a state championship. Here's Mike Johnson, the catcher. There's a strike. A pitch by Wilson. Fly ball. Rogers goes back. Has it for the out. 2 down. 1 more, and the Trevians are state champions. Lee Sosinski gonna bat. Trevians up on the dugout. Up on the dugout steps. Stay with us. 1 more out, and the Trevians are state champions. Lee Sosinski, the batter. The pitch on the way. In there for a strike. A ball. Eric Wilson on in relief. For Peter Elmer, he'll get the save. Wilson will get the save, and Elmer gets the win on this. If we can get Sosinski out. Now the pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball. This is going to do it. Here comes Rogers. He's got it. Trevians win. Trevians win. Trevians are the state champions. The New Trier Trevians have defeated the Hilltoppers of Joliet Catholic, and the New Trier Trevians, Matt Loddick, Matt Sharp, Andrew Galber, Brian Prince, Chris Busby, go out on top. State champions. Let the celebrations begin on the North Shore. Oh, man. The Trevians win. And we'll be back in just a moment for the rest of the celebrations and the awards.